Tonight I want to talk about something a little personal. Friendship, or maybe more actually the lack of it. I'm almost 40 years old now, and if I'm being honest, I don't really have close friends in the city where I live. That might sound strange to some people, but I think it's actually more common than many people realize. Especially in big cities, especially when people get older. When I was younger, things were different. In school, you naturally had friends. You saw the same classmates every day. You studied together. You talked during lunch breaks. You played sports after school. Even if you didn't try very hard, friendships happen naturally. But after school ends, life slowly changes. People move to different cities. Some people focus completely on their careers. Some people get married. Some people start families. And little by little, everyone's life moves in different directions. In my 20s, I moved to another city for work. At first, everything felt new. New job, new environment, new people. I thought it would be easy to build a new social circle. But real life turned out to be different. Work became the center of everything. Most days were very busy. You wake up, you go to work, you finish later. Then you go home, and after a long day, sometimes you just want to rest. Days slowly turn into months. Months turn into years. And before you realize it, a lot of time has passed. During those years, I did meet many people, co-workers, people you talk to during work. But many of those relationships stay on the surface. You talk about projects, you talk about work problems, but you rarely talk about life or personal struggles. And when people change jobs, those connections often disappear quickly. Another thing that changed as people get older is time. When people get married and start families, their priorities naturally shift. Weekends become family time. Evenings are spent with children. Friendships slowly move to the background. And for someone who is single, life can start to feel a little quieter. These days, my life is actually very simple. Most of my time is spent working. After work, I usually go home. Sometimes I cook something simple. Sometimes I watch videos online. Sometimes I just sit quietly and think. On weekends, I might go for a walk in the city. I see groups of friends eating together in restaurants. I see couples shopping, families taking their children to the park. And sometimes I realize something. I'm usually doing things alone. Eating alone, walking alone, shopping alone. At first, that feeling can be uncomfortable. You start wondering if something is wrong, while everyone else seems to have a busy social life. And you don't. But after a while, something interesting happens. You begin to understand yourself better. You start to enjoy quiet moments. You learn how to spend time with your own thoughts. You realize that Being alone is not always the same as being lonely. Sometimes it simply means your life is moving in a different rhythm. In China today, life in big cities can be very fast. People work long hours. Competition is intense. Many people focus on building financial security. Social life often becomes secondary. I've also realized something else over the years. Friendships in adulthood are different from school friendships. They require more effort, more time, more intention, but everyone is busy. So those connections don't always happen naturally. Sometimes I wonder what my life will look like in the future. Maybe I will eventually meet new friends. Maybe life will change in unexpected ways. Or maybe my life will remain simple and quiet like this. And honestly, I think that's okay. Life doesn't have to look like everyone else's life. Some people have large social circles. Some people prefer smaller, quieter worlds. Both are valid. Sometimes the most important relationship you build is the one you have with yourself. Learning to be comfortable with your own company is actually a valuable skill. Late at night like this, when everything is quiet, sometimes think about the past few years, about the choices I made, the opportunities I missed, the people who came and went in my life. And I realized that life is always changing, even when it feels very still. Anyway, those are just some honest thoughts I wanted to share tonight. I'm curious about something. If you are watching this video, where are you from? And do you think it's easy to make friends as an adult where you live? Or do people also become more isolated as they get older? Let me know in the comments. I'd really like to hear your experience. Thanks for listening and good night from China.